Okay, I got to get this. I don't want to do one continuous. There's our refrigerator. You notice, it works. There's our power meter that tells us what our voltage is currently in our batteries. It goes off if the batteries get down to 11.7 and tells us to start the generator. That switch turns our pump on and off so it doesn't try to work when we're on solar power. That switch turns our refrigerator off at night after everybody goes to bed and we're not using the refrigerator. And you notice our TV's on, although we're not watching it at the moment. But it's powered. The ceiling fan and the lights work. There's our electric meter. I'll get a good close-up so you can see it ain't moving. Ain't even hooked up. They got tabs on the inside and a lock on it, so I can't tamper with it. Not that I would, but no power, no movement. They check this meter every month. I don't know if you can see it, but there's our wind turbine on top of the garage, but it's doing absolutely nothing at the moment. And our 8 100-watt solar panels that power our house. When I got up this morning, the batteries were, and this old shed is the heart of the whole power system. There's 3 25-watt battery chargers for when the solar ain't enough. And for those of you that had concerns about the hydrogen the batteries put off when they're charging, 2 12-volt computer fans to dissipate hydrogen. Not that I've ever had a problem, but it could be a problem. So there it is. There's my 3,000-watt power inverter. My backup power inverter in case the first one goes bad. I've got a backup. And if you can see it, that meter right there tells me the battery voltage, how many amps the power is using, and currently we're using 76.3 watts. And yes, that's for the whole house right now with the refrigerator and everything. We spent a lot of money to be efficient. All our light bulb there, if you can read it, the first bank of solar panels is putting out 82 watts at this very moment. That's 400-watt panels. It's still early in the morning. They'll put out a little more later. The second bank is putting out 86 watts. Well, you see it fluctuates, but since we're only using 70 watts, we're actually charging. When I get up this morning, there was only 12.5 volts in the battery. And now, according to that, right now at this very moment, there's give or take 13.1. Those are our 4 charge controllers to, keep the juice from going back into the solar panels at night. The first one is for the wind turbine. The second one is for just a place I have out here to temporarily hook up batteries. And those other 2 are for the 2 4-panel banks outside. There's a car fuse box for the DC stuff. Like the meters and the solar banks and DC breakers for the high-powered solar or DC stuff. Our 10 deep cycle marine batteries, which better check the water level in them about every 3 months, because that's about how often I got to do it. And if you don't check the water level, you tank the batteries. If you run the batteries down too low, too often, which is why we have a meter in the house that tells us when it gets down to 11.7, here's some spare parts. I make my own cables. That saves a lot of money. I bought the little special tool, which I had no clue what it is, but that puts ends on battery cables so I can make my own battery cables if I want to. I also bought the tool for making solar panel cables. There's our two primary generators. That one runs on propane. That one will power our washing machine, hot water heater, you name it. It will power the whole entire house. They're both electric start. That one costs $800 on Amazon. I highly recommend them. I've had good luck with them, although they do have weak breakers in them, I've noticed. This one will run on propane or gas. Uses about a half a gallon an hour. So that one pays for itself because I don't have to run